All right. Well, it is in fact Black Friday, Thanksgiving week, and well, we're going to have a fun little discussion. So let's put on my Harry Potter wizard hat here, and we're going to have, this video is going to be divided into two parts. One Monday, one Tuesday. Tomorrow's will be after Market Watch. So, without further ado, let's dig into part one of everything I think should be on this ban list. Personal biases included. Let's do this, shall we? Oh, alright there. Welcome to the perfect ban list discussion, where we're going to talk about every single card that either needs to be banned or limited in this video. And then tomorrow's will be semi-limits, a couple more limits, and then unlimited as well. So let's just start off here. Every cannon soldier, the MK2, Toon Cannon Soldier, and Big Boy Daddy Cannon Soldier. We're not going to actually ban Firewall on this list. There's a giant misconception in the room. Firewall's perfectly fine as a protagonist main card. Okay, collateral damage aside, we've seen all the copies of this crazy bullshit going around. People are so sick of danger FTKs, and you're probably like, oh, well, what do we need to do to fix these? Well, besides ban Firewall, you have to go after every cannon soldier to physically exist. Now, don't be fooled. Oh, no, 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 no. There are multiple other cards that also need to go in the burn category. Don't, just because you think Cannon Soldier's a really cute card, let me tell you about more bullshit that is actually going on. So the other card that needs to be banned is actually, we're going to toss Shadow Priestess of Omen here as well. So for those of you that have also forgotten about Shadow Priestess of Omen, tributing a dark monster for 800 is pretty harsh, alright? You know, I've heard so many jokes about so many people being like, oh hey, we should just ban Grapha and get it over with. Degenerate loops and things like that, recurable infinite summoning conditions are bullshit. Cool, I gotcha, okay? I understand. I get it. Grapha should not be banned at all. But Ohm also causes more degenerate OTKs than our friends the Cannon Soldiers actually did. So I'm just saying, for all intents and purposes, also while we're weeding out things, you know, between, you know, Ohm and the Cannon Soldiers, we also need to go after that Amazoness burn card. You know, the one that tributes to, pings your opponent for damage. There's a reason why we actually killed the Cannon Soldiers as well, or the big Cannon Soldier that tributes to ping for damage. It's a little bit more work for these OTKs to kind of set up a little bit further, but we also have to hit the Amazon, because between everything, you have to effectively hit everything. And that's 5 burn cards leaving the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, let that sink in for a moment. That's a lot of collateral damage that has to be done to ensure safety of the game, to keep Firewall around. So, I mean, these cards should be banned in the first place. Next up, banned, is Gumblar. This has been everybody's hope, dream, desire, whatever you want. Being able to make an extra link. And normal Firewall is fine. Alright, Firewall itself creating the extra link doesn't do anything. It's, at least if I had my 6th card drawing for turn, I could play the game. But instead I find myself drawing to 4 for turn and then going down to 2 cards because Gumblar exists. That is not a healthy game state mentality that players need to be finding themselves in. It detours players wanting to play the game, and it's so unhealthy. I don't know who made Gumblar. Like, let's call it what it is here. Gumblar's fucking dumb. Like, one of the most disgusting cards I've ever had the chance of dealing with in my time in this game. So please, for the love of God, we need to do something about Gumblar ASAP. Like, fuck that card. It is dangerous for the game. Now, next up, we have Divine Sword of Phoenix Blade banned. I don't know why we keep dancing around this topic. I inherently think Isolde is fine for the game, and that's also within the confines of everything else that I've hit on this list. So before you raise your dongers and you're like, oh my god, Robbie doesn't know anything. Okay. Understand that by banning Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, you force players to have to play other equips. You do not allow Goki the bullshit resource of being able to recur back an equip card for infinite draw power. This card was broken during DDT format, and it takes 10 years later, 11 years later, for this card to resurface once again in another troublesome manner. I thought we would have learned our lesson last time, but here we are once again needing to, this card needs to get out of the game. I do not like that my opponent has an infinite recoverable resource, and it's only exploited in things like this. So, no nightmares, no more fun allowed for you. You guys have been up my ass for far too long. Now the next one is a combination package of Armageddon Night and Grepher to 1. So I actually find these two going to be collateral damage. I've also got Malicious going to 2 on this list, but I'll talk about that more later. So by limiting Dark Grepher and Armageddon Night as collateral damage, you limit what Isolde can effectively do. Armageddon Night being able to bury any dark monster, even same thing as Dark Grepher, in combination with Malicious has been the most ridiculous thing ever. There's a reason why reinforcement in the army is limited to 1. We need to do something about Grepher and Rhoda, or Grepher and Armageddon Night, because this whole dark package bullshit that's going on right now between the two of these, just straight limit them to 1. Let's get it over with and call it a day. Like, ugh. Now the next one is an interesting one. On this list, I don't think we're going to get another list through January, which means we can bring back Chaos Ember Dragon with his errata, and that really will make a lot of people happy. So I think we have to bring back Chaos Ember Dragon because of the Shonen Jump reprint that changes the text. Now the interesting oddball here is for Europe. The text update is only getting a release in North America, so effectively, obviously, that will change the whole card text across the region. But that's going to make European players going to have to pay extra to get those copies, and that's not inherently fair to them. But on the flip side of the equation, Chaos Ember Dragon's errata isn't too great. I mean, there's a reason why the Pendulum is the current prize card for everybody out there, but I think in this window we will see Chaos Ember Dragon move back to 1 because of him getting his official errata text printing. It's been so long. I mean, a lot of people aren't happy with the way that they released it here, but for the most part, it needed to happen. Now, also moving to 1 on this list is Shrit. I think Shrit has been locked up in Konami's basement for a little bit too long. I understand that they don't want Shrit returning to the game because too much ritual support, Necros too there's a lot of hurt feelings, I still think, from Shrit. But the OCG has had Shrit at a decent number now for a little while, and I understand that you're releasing more ritual support. That's cool. Give the players what they want. All right, you really showed that like you needed to release Stratos because of marketing. You need to do something for Necros. Just release Shrit so the player base has what they want. Let people play Necros again. Make Necros great again. Just 1 copy of Shrit. That's all we need. That's all I'm asking. You don't even have to move, Unicore to any more. Just straight move it to 1. The next one is Tempest. I was thinking about this for a little while. I'm like, well, we have Harpy support coming. They are wind. Ooh. Maybe we wanna sell some stuff, right? Now I understand Tomahawk does exist. All right, everybody and their mother knows Tomahawk exists. I think the card needs to be banned, but I don't think the time to do it is yet. It's a problem, but it's not Gumblar level problems. But Tempest promotes more interactivity with Harpies, and of course we are getting a Harpy set much later. It's kind of like the OCG was releasing the support for Harpies as well, and I mean, you freed 1 Dragon Roller. I think, for the most part, Tempest is probably the worst of them all. Redox and Blaster are pretty good. I mean, to be fair, Title's pretty good, but Tempest, just, it can come back, let people mess around with the degenerate combos that it brings. I don't see any issue with it. It also promotes more creativity for Windex. It's Wind. And then last but not least on this list is our boy, Construct. Construct has been locked away for so long that it has been ridiculous. I don't see the cards at full value in the OCG, and it's not really doing anything at the moment. I think this is another one of those, it's Shrit all over again. Konami's afraid of whatever is going on, potential abuse with the Shadal archetype, or they're just cards that don't allow your opponent to play the game. It seems they have negative connotation to it. I get it, I understand it, but I think now, more so than ever, just release it. If it causes a problem, we reban it. It's not that big of a deal. Like, some things I don't understand, but Shrit and Construct being banned, like, just cut the umbilical cord, release it, let it back into the game, let people have their time, you know. That's that. That's all I got for part 1 of this discussion. If you guys obviously want part 2, we'll get it up Tuesday for you guys. You just gotta like and comment on this video, communicate it with the Fat Man. Alright guys, I'll see you on part 2, because we still got another half of a list to go. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.